Me Ice Cube. So I know everybody's been checking out what's been going on.
Oh, you mean when Biden cracked the whip on all of those quote unquote black leaders? Which one, guys? Cube King or Ice X? I'm not sure which one to go with. You guys let me know in the comments.
With Biden, his response to the black people he had on the Zoom call the other day.
Yeah, man. Like it was rough. And to be fair, Trump did what's the name? Trump actually spoke and got in contact. He was able to get in contact with Trump's people instead of Biden's people. So real talk, this was it was evident even before then, because when it comes to the Democratic Plantation, right? It got plain like the diversity is balls deep and thick, because this is the party that operates in all of these urban spaces, such something we go over on this channel repeatedly. So what they do is they prop up the Al Sharptons and all these other Killer Mikes, and even to an extent the Ice Cubes, the entertainment industry types folks who have notoriety. And Obama was a gigantic part in giving all of these, entertainers the idea that they are such powerful political voices. It's truly disgusting.
We all knew what was going to happen. We've seen this before 1,000 times, so it's no surprise.
And that's the thing. We've seen it 1,000 times. It's no surprise. So why hasn't anyone else decided to look into exactly why that's the case? But what you do is you sit there and you celebrate your mayors, your Ras Baracas, your Tony Vosses, your De Blasios, even though De Blasio isn't black, but Dinkins back in that time. Like that plantation is so thick and full of people of color, more than happy to do whatever it is Massa tell them to go and do. So it's not hard math. And instead of approaching that math, folks just like to look the other way.
I think everybody on the call have kind of knew what was going to happen. I don't think anybody was surprised.
You said the same thing like 5 times.
This is why you try to hold people accountable before the election. Not saying that he won't do some of the things. Matter of fact, I think Biden seemed upset because it wasn't nothing new. It wasn't no new.
Wow. That's amazing. That's an amazing turn. I think Biden's really going to be able to pull out something for us, because it isn't anything new. For real. It's the status quo. It's the same shit, and it wasn't no. He was aggravated because he's tired. You damn right he's tired of talking about it. Get your people in line. That's what they all want. That's what they all about. See, guys, let me tell y'all something. The reason I always call y'all guys, the reason I always approach this, like I've said it on this channel 1,000 times. I don't have fans. I have an audience, because I see you all as free men, able to make whatever choices and decisions that you so desire. Just leave me the hell alone. Because that's what freedom really is the ability to just be left alone and left to your own devices, as long as you are not harming anyone else in that in that way. And that's seemingly what the red team and Trump represents, as opposed to Biden and the blue team, who in all of these cases, including I think New York has just talked about shutting down again. They're like, yeah, no, it's far more authoritarian. I'm doing this for your good, despite the fact that I'm an adult and I can make choices for myself. You guys see where I'm coming from? I hope so. Let's keep going.
Requests. It was the same thing they had been talking about the whole election. Police brutality.
That's a local issue.
Voter suppression.
Once again, as somebody who grew up in a very blue district, Momo's never been suppressed. They just go into the Dominion machines, the Dominion machines, and it screws it over. That's what happens. Oh, no. No one's stopping you from going out and voting. What we're doing is we're setting up these machines, which will just, change whatever you so desire. And I have firsthand experience with this during my run for county committee. So yeah, Ice Cube, yeah, this is so deep.
And at one point he actually said it's the wealth gap. And that's what I've been saying. It's the wealth gap.
And what happens when you remove a major component to the economic ladder, which is the manufacturing and production that was once so prevalent and important to these spaces and these economies? What happens? You make it far harder for people to legally be able to close that gap.
We got to figure out how to get money in black people's hands.
What you do is you bring in manufacturing, production, put those jobs there, make sure. I think that the government could, in a lot of ways, do payroll, do a lot of payroll financing, what have you, to make sure that people are paid, a pretty decent wage to work in these positions and work at these places. And, if to a point where, if you're making $80,000 a year, right? If you have money problems, it's because you can't really manage money. But if you're making like $20,000 or $30,000 a year, then it's quite a bit difference, right? So yeah, we need to really scrap the entire per hour deal, because it's nothing but a way in which to kind of keep people completely screwed over, man. I mean, it's hard to go into Target and demand $40,000 a year, despite the fact that you're going to be a cashier, right? Go ahead, pull that trigger. I dare you. Hey, yeah, I want to be a cashier here at Target. How much you going to make? Yeah, can I make about like $40,000 a year? Go ahead. They laugh you out that damn room.
It's simple. And so, here we go again too. They're about to give out a lot of stimulus. I'm hearing about everybody about to get what they about to get. I don't hear shit.
So the number out here is 500 to 600. Deal is that that's nothing. We all know it's nothing. We all know, particularly when it comes to like the corporations, like in the last round of stimulus, they could have given everybody a whole hell of a lot more. But what did they do? They made sure that they had stuff for the arts and all this other nonsense just packed up into that bill. And real talk, that's the status quo. That's what we as a country need to break away from. But the problem is that we have there's so many different moving parts in all of these different, spaces, these municipalities, as we've seen through these hearings that's been taking place. The swamp is so deep, like the people of these areas might as well just be freaking Swamp Thing. And you got a million Swamp Things. And according to recent reports, the CCP, China, they got like 2 million people in places of prominence here in the West altogether. That's the United States and the UK and places like that. Like, they've gotten their people like dead in these spaces as well. And we've discussed this before. All it takes is a few dollars, and that's mainly because you've been killing the country's main our exports and the like have been getting knocked off for a real long time, and that's been by design. A design that Biden and McConnell and Pelosi and Schumer and all of these people want to continue to go by. Even yourself, Ice Cube, because you saying, this is kind of running slow, dude. We almost halfway through it.
For the black community, where is the black bailout? Where is the black bailout?
Aren't you a millionaire? That's the most frustrating part about this, is that it's always these millionaires that are like, oh, well, where's money for black people? I mean, don't check my account, but where's money for black? Like, bro, the circular logic here is kind of nuts, because there shouldn't be a bailout. There should be like that economic mobility that I speak of all the time there. that option to be able to, hey, yeah, you can go make a good living here, direct people to that place, and let them work it on out for themselves. That'd be the best bailout ever, because people will actually have to earn their money. And let me tell you something, you appreciate it more when you earn it, as opposed to just being handed shit. Like, that's the thing that really just irritates me about all these folks, because they're like, oh, well, like, yo.
All the businesses that we've lost, the businesses that's hurting, where is it? I mean, how much of that money is going to go towards those businesses? How much of that money is really going to get in the hands of people who don't have a great banking relationship? Because that's what happens with most of that kind of money. Whoever has the best bank.
Okay, can I ask y'all a question? Because there's tons of black banks that exist, right? I mean, they tend not to pan out that well, because they're not, the Bank of America's, the Wells Fargo's, and even the Wells Fargo's and Bank of America's, they end up having to fold into each other because of issues that come along. So when it comes to the whole banking thing, particularly over the past, let's say 20 or so years, it hasn't been hard. I recently came across this article where they said that, black women own so many different houses and shit, and it's like, all right, good, congratulations. So where's the bank, where is that banking problem, where's that banking issue? You know what I'm saying? Because there are tons of black owned banks as well. They're a pain in the ass, and they kind of suck to deal with, but I mean, if it means so much to you, as somebody whose net worth is far exceeds the average, shoot, I hope you're doing your investing stuff with them. I mean, I'm pretty sure he is.
Relationship gets the money. So these are the questions we need to be asking. I think we're getting real caught up in a lot of other stuff, especially when it comes to the black family.
Nah, see, that's the thing, sir. Due to the culture that was injected into the spaces, into these urban spaces, through that same plantation that we've talked about also for so many times on this damn channel, to sit here and talk about, oh, well, the black family, right, as of this moment, is a single mother with her children from a guy that she regrets having children with, under the belief that she'll have some sucker there to help raise her kids, and just fill in this place. But the problem is that most of the guys that she wants to fill in that place are the ones that will not sit there and fuck with a chick that already got kids. It's an insane little loop that has happened in quote unquote black America, and it's very matriarchal, and it's been designed in order to create that chaos, create that confusion that keeps prisons full, the educational system just complete shit, and us, as far as heterosexual, straight, cisgendered black men, completely at a loss for words, because our communities, our spaces have been poisoned. They've been poisoned, and until we address that poison, until we made a very small nudge when it comes to the drug war and legalization, right? But I mean, let's be real, that nudge wasn't really for us. So now we're in this space where, hey, the women need to be held accountable. That welfare state that you're asking for an expansion of, yeah, dude, you're just throwing good money after bad. It doesn't fix the problem, particularly as inflation will only we're about to hit a recession, guys. I hope you're saved. I really do.
Infighting going on. It's a lot of, I'm just seeing a lot of black people talking about other black people on the internet a lot.
Yeah, and that's because we've never made these distinctions that needed to be made, particularly within our culture. As far as descendants go, which I don't know what the hell Ice Cube's lineage is, but as far as descendants go, we never properly were broken away from, immigrants and everybody else. So when you sit here and just say black, it's so encompassing that no, that is a wild beast that no one can really what's the name, that no one can really tame, but has worked perfectly for, you know, more white supremacists and the powers that be, the invisible hand, whatever the hell you want to call them, when it comes to, once again, getting our community, getting our people to take on certain personas and have those personas like magnified 30 times by people who don't share our history. I'll put it to you like that.
So we got to cut that shit out. Even our woke black people, you know, even the ones that's woke, you know,
they are the fucking worst. And I can guarantee you, like 80% of them are immigrants, like first gen immigrants. Like, yeah, that's not your history when it comes to, oh my goodness, Muslim 400 years. Like, dude, that's really not your history. Fall the fuck back. But that's not that's not congruitive to what you know, the main man wants to accomplish.
Starting to kind of talk about each other when don't nobody have a formula to crack this shit. Anybody saying
that? Look, I am not saying that it's perfect. I am saying it's a better direction than just, hey man, yeah, I mean, than just throwing your hands up in the air. Getting that manufacturing and production back to these spaces and giving our men an opportunity to be able to provide for their families. That's that if you want to fix this shit, that's how you start. Okay, plain and simple. And it's not it's like I said, it's not a perfect solution. It's a start. Better than nothing.
Got the formula is a goddamn lie. We got to do this as a collective whole. We got to do this.
Yeah, no, I made some pretty good strides on my own. I mean, seriously, guys, like legalization wasn't even a conversation until boom, we got really going on the ground with it, and now it's like once again it kind of grew out of what I was able to contain, but shit, mission accomplished as far as the as far as, like, you know, public perception and what the public wants and what the public would desire as far as just legalization and ending their arrest. So, you know, good on us.
As a unit, we got to figure out how to unite, work together. You know, our black folks that's out there pushing the right program, you know, find a way to
pushing the right program. Yeah, guys. All right, IceX, Cube King. I think we're done here. Wow. Oh shit, 17 minutes. Oh wow. Not everybody's gonna be watching this, but I'm glad to provide you guys with a longer video than per usual. Particularly since I took yesterday off. I mean, things have just been very, very weighty. Either ways, yeah, IceX. You have fun with that, as long as you're not willing to start making these distinctions, because guess what, when like a descendant and an immigrant, we have different goals, we have different, you know, saying modus operandi, but as long as you guys refuse to acknowledge that distinction, yeah, you're gonna find yourself still in the same boat that you remained in. Either ways, guys, all the internet stuff. If you like it, toss it a like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you, sub. If you enjoy my fantastic voice and want to get videos like this every single day, share, because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications. Get something from Teespring. Check me out on Patreon as well. Links in the description, and speak. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Ice Cube, dude, like, you're a millionaire. Kick up, you know? Invest into some black banks and call it a day, man. Go enjoy your family, enjoy your life. Don't say and be like, oh yeah, well, you know, all black people are the same, because we're not. We're not. We are just as distinct as white people. And yet, white people are very, very good about clearing up their distinctions. Golly. Like, whereas, well, black folk is what it is. Like, nah, bruh. Like, nah, not even. But hey, you may disagree. And that's what your comment section, that's what my comment section, or your comment section, I mean, you are a part of the audience. Is your space to tell me how I ain't shit. Therefore, let me know what you guys let me know what you think in the comments. All the internet stuff. Until the next one. There we go.